Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Amin from obviously Amin Overshares, and this is my first video on YouTube. For my first video, I thought it would be nice to do a get to know me video. So over on my Instagram, also Amin Overshares, I asked my followers to send in questions about things that they were wondering and they wanted me to answer. So I have all of my questions here and I'm gonna try to get through as many as I can before I get tired because introvert problems. The most requested question was, what made you start a YouTube channel and what inspired me to start this channel? When I was in high school or like in grade 8 or something, my friend actually came over to help me start my channel and help record for me because I wanted to be a singer and I wanted to put my music on YouTube, and my mom shut it down. She was like, there is no way I'm letting you get hate from the internet. And I was like, really upset, but now that I'm older, I understand that there are mean people on the internet, and she was right. I don't see a lot of girls like me in media, and growing up I didn't really have representation in media either, especially in YouTube. If there are any South Asian females in media, they tend to look like the way society expects women to look, and I definitely don't look like that. So I wanted to start my own channel where I talk about things that are happening in my life, things that are important to me, and one of those things is fashion and shopping. But as a girl that is like on the size 10, size 12 scale, it's kind of hard. So I just thought it would be nice for me to put myself out there and use a bigger platform to reach more people and to entertain people, and also because I'm bored and we're in the middle of a world pandemic, so if not now, then when? And now I'm gonna turn on my fan because I'm already sweating. My friend Rebecca asked if I can make regular vlogs because she loved those, and the answer is yes. I'll try to make as many vlogs as I can. There's nothing really interesting going on in my life right now, but hopefully eventually I will leave my house and do something cool. Okay, another question is, how are you planning on doing YouTube and schoolwork at the same time? For anyone who doesn't know, I'm currently a graduate student. I'm doing my Master's of Science in Genetic Counseling. I also have a part-time job on campus. It'll be a lot of work, it'll be a lot of time management. For me personally, I work best when I'm extremely busy, so it's just one of those other things that will keep me accountable for everything else that's going on in my life. One of the biggest and most important skills that I've learned is to prioritize. So obviously for me, school would be the most important, but it's also important for me to have hobbies on the side, and that's why I like to do things like shopping and make videos and watch TV, watch Netflix, watch YouTube, all of that. It'll be fine, but my school is also doing a hybrid situation for the next semester, so I might have some more free time since some of my classes will be online, but we'll just see how it goes. I'll keep you all updated. Going down this similar route of school and all, what made you choose this career? So like I mentioned, I'm studying to be a genetic counselor. I thought I wanted to go to medical school, and undergrad, the first year and a half was pretty rough, and I decided there's no way I'm going to do school for another like 8 years. So I started looking at other healthcare professions, things that aligned more with what I wanted to do, which was really to advocate for people and to educate individuals in the community. And that's when I came across genetic counseling on Google. Really just fit with everything that I wanted, and it was very competitive to even get interviews, and I feel really lucky that I got in on my first try. But I'm really excited. There's only a year left in my program, which is kind of scary, so I'm not gonna talk about that. Another question I got a couple of times is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm currently 23, so I would be 28 in 5 years. It makes me feel really nervous, especially considering the fact that we are in a global pandemic, and just thinking about life outside of here seems really weird. I'll be graduating my program next year. Hopefully I'll get a full-time job out of school, and I'm not really sure where I want to live or where I will be able to get a job. Currently my school is in New York, and I would love to stay in New York, but I also love Canada. Hopefully I would like to say that at the end of the 5 years that I will have a job that I'm really happy in a place that I'm really happy in. I would like to be married at that time, which is kind of weird, but we're just rolling with it. I think honestly, I just want to be happy. I just want to travel and just want to be surrounded by friends and family who also make me happy and want to travel with me. One of the questions is, how has the transition from university to living at home been like? My school went completely online after spring break in March, so I've been home almost 6 months now. Honestly, it hasn't been too bad. I haven't lived at home like for this long since high school, so you would think I would feel like it was a lot of adjustment, but it really wasn't. Everyone in my house was pretty busy and preoccupied working or school or online school basically, so everyone was pretty busy. We all kept out of each other's way. I'm not really sure as of right now if I will be going back to New York for the fall semester. I'm on the fence about that right now, but you will find out eventually on my vlogs what I decide to do and where I decide to live. Another question that I got that was really interesting was, what is a mental health tip that really helps you? For me, honestly, a lot of it is sleep. Like, I don't feel like I'm on my best game if I don't have enough sleep, and for me that's 8 to 9 hours, and I know that sounds like a lot, but just thinking about my experience in the first 2 years of undergrad when I was sleeping pretty late and waking up early for my 8:30 classes, I was just like really groggy and not happy and stressed and overwhelmed, and I didn't feel like I had a lot of energy, and I was drinking a lot of coffee, and it was just like a spiral effect. Eventually, I figured out that my body just needs a certain amount of sleep to be the most productive it can be. That would be my biggest tip, and it's kind of in line with like taking care of your physical needs, whether that be doing physical activity, going for a walk, breathing fresh air, drinking water, having enough sleep, all of those. I feel like those are the most important in terms of keeping yourself in check and keeping your mental health in check. And then I have some questions about shopping. I love shopping, and I've really looked into this whole minimalist lifestyle, and I just don't know if I can do it. I have loved shopping since I was a kid, and partly that comes from my mom. We love good deals, we love good sales, and it's really hard to say no. So one of the questions is, how do you manage to find everything on sale? I just posted a video of myself thrifting for the first time on IGTV, and I got some pretty good sales, but I mean, it's thrifting, so it's not really that hard to see. But I also had a haul from like May, June, where I talked about everything that I bought during the quarantine time, and those are also really good deals. And I think the biggest thing for me is that I don't mind waiting for things to go on sale. I don't mind looking through racks and racks of clothes to find things in clearance. There is nothing that I really need that I need to buy at full price. Like, buying things at full price makes me feel uncomfortable, and it makes me feel, even thinking about it is making my feet tingle. Like, I just don't like buying things at regular price, especially clothes, because I know seasons will come and go, and eventually they will be on clearance. Like, there's no store that carries the same style or the same colors even for an entire year. And maybe partly some of that is because I have worked so many retail jobs, so I kind of know like when things go on sale, but even then, I think it's all just about being patient. What's your favorite store to shop at? I want to say this answer has definitely changed throughout the years because I had phases. So at the moment, the stores that really make me weak are American Eagle, H&M sometimes, and that's probably it. The rest of the stores, it's like if there's a good sale, I'll get something, but American Eagle, I was really obsessed with in high school, and then I kind of fell out of it, and they brought the curvy line, and I worked there last summer, and I got obsessed with it all over again. And I have some questions about quarantine and lockdown and all of that. So one of the questions is, what have you been up to during lockdown? For like the first half of it, I was still in school, so that took up a lot of my time. And as of right now, this summer, I'm supposed to be in a full-time clinical rotation, which got canceled because of COVID. So honestly, I'm kind of like doing like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I've been reading. I'm so excited that I have some time to read now. Leisurely read, not school reading. But even some of the books I read are actually like still science-based, but that's just the nerd in me. I have been watching Netflix a lot, like this last couple of weeks. I'm watching Kim's Convenience a lot. I like to work out every day. I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to see friends and family as much as I can, obviously being as careful as we can be with the guidelines in place. What are you most excited to do when quarantine is over? I really want to travel, and I didn't have any plans to travel necessarily because I'm a graduate student and I don't have any money, but now that I really don't have the option to travel, I am sad. So I would like to do that. I was supposed to go to the Dominican for my cousin's wedding, which got postponed for next year. I just feel like your 20s is a time to get out there and do things. So that's what I would like to do when it is safe to do so. And also like explore New York City, assuming I'll go back eventually in the next school year. I'm not really sure about public transit and everything the way that it is there right now, but eventually I would like to explore the city now that I had the opportunity for being so close to it. Kind of similarly, I'm also really excited to eat food again in restaurants. I love food, and it's been really sad for me to not be able to eat food from outside. So I would like to do that once I get, like I said, it's safe to do so. That leads to the next question, which is what is your favorite food to make and eat? So I meal prep a lot when I'm in school, and there's a lot of recipes. I try to do something different every week. So I don't know if there's something that's my favorite as of right now. Maybe I'll make a video about meal prepping later on when I actually do meal prep again and when I'm at school again. But for my favorite thing to eat, the first thing that comes to mind honestly is nachos. I was given the opportunity to eat nachos as a meal. I would 100% do that. And the last few questions I had are about being an Indian girl and dating. So I'm not really sure if I will leave these questions in the video, because if my mom finds this video, I will be in trouble. Not for the dating part, she knows that I am with someone, but just because, you know, what will everyone else think? So that's kind of the point of me making this whole channel, was to be that person that people can relate to. So I guess I'll just answer these questions. Where did you and your boyfriend meet? So my boyfriend's name is Dharm. This is so weird. So weird. His name is Dharmveer. We met in high school. We've been together for 7 years now, since grade 10, 11. There's no like interesting story behind that. It was just, here's 1,000 people you go to school with, pick someone. And we picked each other. The other question was, how have you coped with having a boyfriend in an Indian family? My parents always found out about any boy I was talking to. I wasn't a very good liar, and I thought I was, but I wasn't. My mom has known since the very beginning, and my dad found out soon after. At that point, it was kind of just like, what are you gonna do about it? And they were like, I guess nothing. It's just one of those things we don't really talk about much, but they know what happens. They know he exists. His family was kind of the same situation. I think until I fully graduate and have a career, and until he fully has a career, we won't be able to publicly do things as typical couples do, which is fine because I literally live in a different country right now, so it's not that big of a deal. It's awkward, but slowly they have come to terms with it since the past 7 years. I'm also the oldest child, so I was kind of the one to break those barriers, which makes it easier for my younger siblings to do whatever the heck they want to do. Maybe you'll see him on my channel. That will definitely be when I have a career. He will be on this channel, because as of right now, my mom still thinks that he will break up with me and men are trash, which, I mean, I'm not arguing with her about that, but it's been 7 years, so maybe he's not trash. That feels like a good time to end this video. Really excited to start this journey. I feel like it's been a long time coming, and hopefully I can entertain everyone along the way. And if you're interested in seeing more videos from me, please subscribe to my channel. If you have any comments or any other questions, or you want me to elaborate on something, you can comment that down below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.